Yo, what is up guys? Stelboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So MJ Akhmadaliev defeats Ryosuke Iwasa to retain his IBF and WBA super bantamweight titles. He stopped Ryosuke Iwasa in the 5th round. And this was a dominant performance by MJ Akhmadaliev from start to finish. First round opened up with both guys battling for lead hand control. Both guys, of course, were southpaws, and both guys were probing with the jab. As the round went on, it was Akhmadaliev who established his jab, and he was consistently finding the target with it. Behind that jab, he was looking for his overhand left, which was missing in the first round. Iwasa in the first round also landed a couple of good jabs, a couple of good body shots, but the solid jabs of MJ Akhmadaliev certainly won him that round. Round 2, Akhmadaliev really started to be a lot more accurate and a lot more consistent with the jab. He was doubling it up, switching from body to head, and he was outboxing Iwasa with the jab while applying pressure, while remaining nice and compact and defensively sound. He was applying steady pressure, forcing Iwasa back, and he was constantly beating him to the jab, and once again looking for that overhand left. Not many landed, but they were just falling short. Iwasa landed the odd left-hand counter here and there, but he wasn't boxing on even terms with Akhmadaliev. He was losing the round, and he lost round 2. Round 3, more of the same. Akhmadaliev applying that steady pressure, working behind that jab, which, by the way, MJ Akhmadaliev's jab is world class. It's heavy, it's accurate, he can go from body to head, he can set his shots up off the jab, he'll feint the jab and then set up his power shots. Akhmadaliev's jab is world class, and we saw that in this fight. But round 3, more of that jab. His overhand left was starting to land. Once again, Ryosuke Iwasa showed signs of defiance, landed a couple of good jabs here and there, a few snappy left-hand counters, but nothing really too much. Round 4 was where, Akhmadaliev really started to up the pace, started to really force Iwasa back. He was now landing his overhand left with more regularity. Also, the right hook out of a southpaw stance was getting behind Ryosuke Iwasa's guard, and the power shots were now starting to come through for Akhmadaliev in round 4. Up until this point, Iwasa did a pretty good job of evading those power shots, but round 4, those power shots started to get through. Iwasa had a couple of good moments in round 4, mainly with his left hand, his straight left. But again, just not as much coming back from Iwasa, so you can't score any of these rounds to Iwasa. Round 5 was where this fight ended, and it started with it was Akhmadaliev throwing a lovely double jab to the body. Then he feinted another jab to the body, and Iwasa brought the feint. He kind of dipped down, and then Akhmadaliev comes up through the middle with a left uppercut and badly hurts Iwasa. Beautiful setup for that uppercut. But the uppercut lands, Iwasa's hurt, and then basically Akhmadaliev jumps on him, lands a series of power shots, right hooks, straight left hands down the pipe. Iwasa's definitely rocked. He's backpedaling, sustaining some punishment, and, he was taking a few shots, he gets backed up, and the referee waves it off. I have to be honest, this was definitely a premature stoppage. You got to take into account this is a world title fight. Ryosuke Iwasa is a former world champion. He deserved a lot more time than he was given. Yes, he was definitely hurt, but he wasn't dropped. He was still moving relatively. He still had his faculties about him to a certain extent. He could see the shots come in. Yes, he was getting caught, but he was taking them, and he was on his feet. So, the stoppage, in my opinion, was bad. To be honest, so I feel bad for Ryosuke Iwasa. I personally feel this fight was going one way. I thought he was getting outclassed in there, to be honest. But that goes beside the point. It's he deserved his time to try and recover and get back into the fight, being the fact that he is a former world champion and he's fighting for another world title. So the stoppage was really poor. Definitely an anticlimactic ending, but I have to say MJ Akhmadaliev, in my opinion, looked unbelievable in this fight. Defensively, I like his tight guard. He's nice and compact. The jab, like I said earlier, the jab is something, it's out of this world. He's got a genuine world-class jab, MJ Akhmadaliev, body to head. The feints off the jab, you know, how he sets his work up off the jab. Just a real educated jab from Akhmadaliev. And, you know, also it's not just a run-of-the-mill jab, it's also a weapon. He was marking the face-up of Iwasa solely based on that jab. Not only is it a good setup and a good way to maintain range, etc., and set up shots, it's a weapon in its own right. So, yeah, the jab was amazing. He was showing some good power in this fight, some good punch placement. And yeah, I thought MJ Akhmadaliev looked really good. The only problem for me was the stoppage, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good win for MJ Akhmadaliev. Obviously, in his last fight, beat Danny Roman in just his 8th fight to become a unified champion at super bantamweight. Now he's defended against a former champion in Ryosuke Iwasa, who is still a top 10 contender. So listen, man, MJ Akhmadaliev is the real deal. I've been saying it since before he was a world champion. Brilliant fighter, and he's only going to get better. Really excited for this guy's career, man. I want to see this guy in more unification fights. You know, guys like Stephen Fulton, for example, that would be a great fight. Lewis Neary, another great fight for MJ Akhmadaliev, and he has a chance in all of these fights. Very good fighter, very fun to watch, very skilled, very well schooled, just a real good fighter, man. So congratulations to MJ Akhmadaliev, commiserations to Ryosuke Iwasa, and yeah, I want your thoughts below. What did you make of MJ Akhmadaliev's performance? Are you as high on him as I am? You guys know I've been following this guy's career from day one, and I've been high on this guy from the start, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but I really, really like this guy's style, man. Fastly becoming one of my favourite fighters in the sport of boxing. Pleased to see him back in the ring, ultimately, over a year out. Hopefully now he stays active. And yeah, again, commiserations to Ryosuke Iwasa. And also, just to note as well, Shakram Giasov on the undercard knocked out his Mexican opponent in 3 rounds. He himself is coming on really well, looked very good. I think he is now due for a step-up fight as well. So, yeah, all of you Uzbeki prospects won on this card. And, yeah, definitely some good talent coming out of that part of the world. But for me, the leading light in Uzbekistan right now is MJ Akhmadaliev, unified super bantamweight champion. Anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Don't forget to smash like, hit subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Anyway, peace.